They said the Thornton estate was cursed. But what they didn't say was that the curse wasn't ancient. It was man-made. In 1841, a thunderstorm tore through the Virginia countryside. The next morning, 12 bodies were found buried in a freshly turned orchard. Each skull was cracked open. Each heart missing. The local sheriff blamed escaped convicts. The townspeople whispered of the devil. But only one man knew the truth. Nathaniel Thornton. The man who planted the orchard. The man who smiled as the blood sank into the soil. This is not a ghost story. This is a story of legacy. Of a family who believed they were chosen to rule through fear, blood, and silence. Welcome to the Thornton Curse. The Thornton family arrived from Yorkshire in 1792. 3 brothers. One belief: the world belongs to those willing to sacrifice. They bought 400 acres of land outside Richmond and built Highvale. A towering stone manor with no windows on the north side. A detail that became important later. Locals noticed strange behavior. Servants disappeared without explanation. Livestock bled dry. And the river beside the Thornton land turned black during rainstorms. They dismissed it as a coincidence. Until the first daughter was born. And everything changed. Her name was Miriam. Miriam Thornton never spoke. Not once in 13 years. But every person who met her said the same thing. It felt like she could see everything I'd ever done. She spent her nights in the orchard. Digging. Watching. Whispering to the trees. By 1854, 3 farmhands had gone missing. The sheriff investigated. He returned pale. Silent. And quit his job the next day. That was when townsfolk started referring to the Thornton land as the place that eats. They were more right than they knew. In 1862, a Union soldier broke into the manor during a raid. He found no valuables. But he did find a leather-bound journal. With pages soaked in something sticky and brown. The title read, Harvest Records, 1831 to 1861. Inside were names. Dates. Measurements. 5 feet 10, strong back, compliant. Refused prayer. Removed tongue. Returned to soil. Good yield. Each name had a number beside it, 37 in total. And every one corresponded to someone local. Who had gone missing. The soldier tried to report what he'd found. He never made it back to his regiment. They say there's something beneath Highvale Manor. A chamber, carved deep into the limestone. A place of stone, fire, and screaming. Miners nearby claimed they heard chants from underground at dusk. Benedicta. Sanguinum. Benedicta. Sanguinum. Latin. Blessed be the blood. One worker followed the sounds through a sinkhole. He never came back up. But his gear did. Covered in scratches. And teeth marks. In 1871, the entire Thornton bloodline vanished. No bodies. No witnesses. Just one blood-smeared dinner table. 3 unfinished glasses of wine. And a black feather in each chair. The town buried the estate in legal limbo. They built fences. They stopped talking. And the Thornton name faded from polite memory. But some remembered. And those who remembered watched the orchard. Because sometimes at night, you could still hear digging. From under the trees. In 1909, a man named Elijah Creed arrived in town. A quiet preacher. With strange eyes and perfect teeth. He reopened Highvale. Called it a seminary of the Red Path. Men in fine clothes visited at night. They wore red cuffs and spoke no words. Local children began to vanish. 3 in 1 month. A traveling photographer captured an image outside the manor. 13 men, standing in a circle. And at their feet, a pile of shoes. Children's shoes. In 1953, the manor was bought by a real estate group based in New York. The lead buyer's name, Samuel Thornton, claimed he was a distant relative. Wanted to revive the family legacy. Within a year, the nearby river was rerouted. The land was rezoned. And construction began, not above, but below. Locals reported hearing humming machines at 3 a.m. and figures standing in the orchard. Still. Silent. Waiting. In 1979, a former caretaker named Willard Ames came forward. He had proof. Photographs. Journals. And a map of the catacombs beneath Highvale. He claimed the Thorntons believed in an ancient power. A root god buried in the soil, fed by blood and memory. Willard disappeared 2 weeks later. His house burned down. Only the map survived, smuggled to a university in Connecticut. It's still classified. But one researcher leaked a single line from its cover. Do not awaken the orchard. Today, the manor still stands. Rotted. Locked. But never quiet. Visitors claim they see faces in the windows. That the ground around the orchard pulses, like it's breathing. And when the wind is just right, you can still hear Miriam's voice. Soft. High. Inhuman. Singing. Benedicta. Sanguinum. Blessed be the blood. So tell me, do you believe the Thornton line died? Or are they still planting something? Waiting to harvest what comes next? Comment below. The orchard remembers. Say it twice to mark your awakening. And if you want more forbidden tales like this, you know what to do.